Good morning, everybody. So today's video is being shot in the comfort of my comfy couch because it's 8 a.m. in the morning. It's December 23rd, 2018, and everybody's still asleep. And I'm like, I just want to sit here, chill, relax, and talk tech with you guys. I don't know exactly how long this video is going to run, so I'm going to forewarn you guys. It could be a 15-minute video, and if it is, hopefully you guys stay and listen to the whole thing. Before I get started, I do want to thank everybody who commented and left their thoughts and opinions on yesterday's video. That was really awesome of you guys to go ahead and do that. And the reason why I say that is because, I've been asked how long do I intend to do this on YouTube. I've been asked that, and the only answer that I can say to anybody is, for as long as I can. I know that a lot of things changed with my channel. Some people don't like it. They don't agree with it, or just they are not a fan of it. I did say several months ago that I was making some changes to the channel, and that was one specifically was that I was not going to chase down every bit of hardware that was out there. I feel like that when it comes to always chasing down phones and doing unboxings and everything like that, it's like you're unboxing a phone, you pretty much know what's gonna be inside of the box other than the phone itself. It comes with a charger, it comes with a cable to charge the phone. These things is in every box. Sometimes some boxes may come with headphones, some may not. Some may come with fast charging adapters. These things are always in the box, so you can know for a fact that those things are there. And plus too, chasing down every bit of hardware out there and not really having anything to do with it. I'm just stacking up on phones. So anyways, yeah, I decided change format a little bit on the channel. Talk about tech news that I think that you guys should know about, should be aware of, and that's where the channel is at today. So anyhow, yeah, so no videos coming up in the next 2 days. Obviously, I don't want to interfere with anyone's Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. That should be time spent with the family, so I'm not going to be putting up any videos on YouTube or doing any podcasts on Google Podcasts. So those two are not going to be happening in the next 2 days. So let's talk a little bit of the news, because I woke up this morning. I do what I normally do, check the news, see what's going on out there, and man, Apple is they're in some big trouble. And so with the last iOS push out of 12.1.1, I believe it was, certain areas around the world were affected where the iPhone XS, XS Max, and XR were, like, for some reason, they were not connecting to cellular data. So I don't know if it was something like where if you connected to Wi-Fi and you try to connect back to cellular data, it wouldn't allow it. And I think the workaround that they had at the time was basically resetting the cellular connectivity with the device. So that was basically, it would be reset network settings. So if you don't know where that is, it would be in settings on the iPhone. Under general, you scroll down and it'll be under reset. And when you go to reset, you'll have like various different options, and one of them will say reset network. That's the one that you're going to choose to do that. So Apple vigorously worked on a update to try to fix that issue, but instead of fixing it, it's kind of like when you spill something and you try to wipe it with your hand, and instead of cleaning it up, it just spreads the mess even more. I think that's what happened with Apple right now, because with iOS 12.1.2, it's been posted on Twitter from Apple users that now, instead of those remote areas where it was happening at, now pretty much all across the world, iPhone users are experiencing cellular data connectivity issues, doing the same thing. So now Apple is just like, it's not a very good year for them. I mean, they pumped out, the iPhone 10, the iPhone XS, the XS Max, and then the XR. And they were very excited for this, and a lot of people were excited for it. And then also the Apple Watch Series 4, which had some really, really good beefed up features added into it, more goal towards health. And this is just not good, that the software is not on par with the hardware itself. I gotta say that that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate that that's happening. And so yeah, if you have like the iPhone 10s, 10s Max, 10R. Or it's even said that it's affecting older models of the iPhone, so like the 10, the 8, the 8 Plus. If you have any of these phones, like good rule of thumb when you're gonna update to the newest version of iOS, you might want to hold off and not do it right away and kind of see what other people are experiencing. This will save you the headache of having to deal with the same things that they are. So, like, well, my sister has an iPad and she doesn't update her iPad very often. She usually waits until all the bugs are ironed out. So, yeah, definitely. So, if you do have an iPhone, basically watch for the update. If you've already taken the update, reset network settings if it's not working for you, and if that doesn't work, then fully wiping the phone is also said to work. So you're just gonna have to use that until Apple can get like a clear fix on it. So other things, Android Authority talked about the Moto G7s. There's a lot of hype and rumor behind it. I know that they did basically state that there'll be 4 variations of the Moto G7 series. So there'll be the G7, the G7 Plus, the G7 Play, and the G7 Power. Now, they showed photos of it, and I'll try to have some thrown up here on the screen, but apparently it looks like that the G7 and G7 Plus will have a teardrop looking notch on the top, whereas the G7 Play and G7 Power will have more of a wider notch, kind of following as an iPhone 10-esque type look. Now, I did look at some of the specs rumored that it's going to have, and so I'm just going to honorably mention the ones that I think is worth, hopefully it having. So it's actually, there's no mention of it having any variant lower than 64 gigabytes of internal storage, so that's actually pretty good. So doubling up on what budget phones right now are going to, because right now a lot of budget phones are pushing to 32 gigs of internal storage as being basic. So for the G7 having 64, that's actually pretty good. More than ample enough room, and apparently it still supports micro SD cards, so up to 256 gigabytes rumored. The device is supposed to be a dual SIM. I don't know if that's just because if that's for like the international or unlocked version, or if it's going to actually be a US model. So that's not really, pinpointed as like which one is it. So I mean, who knows? We'll see what happens if that's actually going to be the US version or internationally unlocked. But dual SIM supported basically, and both SIMs are taking nano SIM cards. Besides that fact, for the cameras itself, it states that the rear camera is a 16 megapixel camera, and then the secondary camera on the back is a 5 megapixel camera at a f2.2 aperture rating. For depth and focus is what the 5 megapixel camera is for that, bokeh blurred background effect, or, and at the front camera would be a 12 megapixel. Now here's where it gets pretty interesting with the cameras. So the front camera records in 30 frames per second. However, the rear camera is said that it can record it in 60 and 30 frames per second. So that's, battery size is rumored 3500 milliamp hour battery, non-removable, and the display is, I believe, 1080 by 2330 or 2340, something like that. But it's going to be a 6.4 inch display. So those are some of the things that was being tossed around. Again, like these specifications that I read are not to be considered factual. It's just rumored. This is what the G7 would be coming out with. So that's just real interesting right there. So yeah, we'll just go, I'm going to follow along to see exactly what the Moto G7 will have when it comes close to launch date. Excuse me. Oh man, having a cough sucks. Much less getting sick, and then the after effect when you get over the whole fever part, the cough just stays and bugs you. So yeah, Moto G7. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section of the video, and you guys are hoping that it has, and which, if you could choose which variation would sound like it would fit your everyday needs. Let me know if it's the regular G7, the plus size, if it's the G7 Play, or the G7 Power. You guys can do that in the comment section of the video. And yeah. The final thing is this is completely off tech right now. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know how other content creators are. I don't know if they like to be combative and compete against their own viewers as far as opinions or thoughts. I do want to say this, and that way it's open and it's on the table. I know that everything that I say, you guys may agree at times and may disagree at times. But the one thing that I want people to understand is that if there's a disagreement, to don't feel like that if you post a comment that you disagree with something that I said, an idea that I may have spitted out on video, don't ever feel like that you guys can't comment your disagreements, because I welcome them here. There's nothing wrong with people disagreeing. I am not one that's gonna delete comments or get angry or any of that stuff just because you want to say you disagree. As a matter of fact, someone who could back me up on that would be Coffee7, who watches and comments on my videos. There's videos that I've blogged about and Coffee agreed, and then there's videos that I've blogged about and Coffee will disagree. But the one thing you don't see is Coffee's comments disappearing. They don't just go away. I leave them there, because not everybody thinks the same, and I respect that. That's one quintessential thing that I respect about all this, is that we all think differently, and we all may have different ideas. And I do love to hear, what you guys have to say, and see, from a different perspective than my own. Because if I knew all the answers and I was right, then I would be living it up, because I would always be right in every decision that I made. So I know not everything that I say is correct. I could be wrong at times about things, or maybe my point of view is just misplaced. Not everyone is 100% correct, but I do want to let people know that on this channel, because I don't know how it is for other content creators, but I'm letting you guys know on this channel, if you guys think differently, disagree with anything that I say, don't feel like you can't say it. I mean, if you thumbs down the video, I even welcome those too, because there's no big deal about that. But also vocally express what you feel and what you say, and for me, you're not going to get persecuted by me on it. So I wanted to throw that out there, because yeah, I just want to make that known. So anyways, guys, that's going to be pretty much it for this video. We're running it like already 12-minute video, 13-minute video already. It's kind of long. It's a pretty long video. I really don't have anything else to discuss this morning other than just the day being as what it is. So yeah, I'm gonna get on with my day. You guys should too, because I know you guys got like last minute Christmas shopping to get done. So hopefully you guys are safe out there. Number one, I know you guys are chasing down what you guys need to chase down, but please be safe. Shout outs to all of you guys for rocking with me this long. Really appreciate that. And I am excited to bring in 2019. We're right there. We're right there. And 2019 is going to be a great year. I have a really good feeling about that. Anyway, thanks for checking out the show. Thanks so much for listening, commenting, dropping a like if you guys did so. Thanks for rocking with me. Thanks for commenting on the last video. Comment on this one. Anything you guys want to talk about, as far as the things I discussed. And yeah, I'll talk to you on the next one. Aloha.